Welcome to Torah Truth for Us with Linda.
The steadfast love of Yehovah never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Yah. Great is thy faithfulness. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Yah. Great is thy faithfulness. Yehovah is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I have hope in him. Yehovah is good to those who wait for him, to the person who seeks him. Great is thy faithfulness.
The Book of Exodus, Shemot, chapters 30, verse 11 through chapter 34. Ki Tisa, you take. Ki Tisa. And Yehovah said to Moshe, when you take the census of the sons of Israel for their number, then every man shall give a ransom for himself to Yehovah when you number them, that there may be no plague among them when you number them. This is what everyone shall give among those who are numbered, half a shekel according to the shekel of the sanctuary. 20 gerahs is a shekel. This half shekel is an offering to Yehovah. Everyone included among those who are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give to Yehovah an offering. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel, when you give an offering to Yehovah to make atonement for yourselves. And you shall take the atonement money of the sons of Israel, and shall appoint it for the service of the tabernacle of meeting, that it may be for the sons of Israel a memorial before Yehovah to make atonement for yourselves. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, and you shall take and make a laver of bronze, and with it a base of bronze for washing. And you shall put it between the tabernacle of meeting and the altar, and you shall put water in it. For Aaron and his sons shall wash in water from it, their hands and their feet. When they go into the tabernacle of meeting, they shall wash with water, lest they die. Or when they come near unto the altar to minister, to burn an offering made by fire to Yehovah, and they shall wash their hands and their feet, lest they die. And it shall be to them a statute forever, to him and his seed, throughout their generations. Moreover, Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, and you take for yourself the best spices, flowing myrrh 500 shekels, and of fragrant cinnamon half as much, 250, and the fragrant cane 250, and of cassia 500, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, and of olive oil a hin. And you shall make from these a holy anointing oil, an oil compounded according to the art of the perfumer. It shall be a holy anointing oil. And you shall anoint the tabernacle of meeting with it, and ark of the testimony, and the table, and all its utensils, and the lampstand, and its utensils, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, and with all its utensils, and the laver and its base. And you shall consecrate them, that they may be most holy. Whatever touches them must be holy. And you shall anoint and consecrate Aaron and his sons, that they may minister as priests to me. And you shall speak to the sons of Israel, saying, This shall be a holy anointing oil to me throughout your generations. It shall not be poured on the flesh of man according to its composition, nor shall you make any other like it. It is holy. It shall be holy to you. Anyone who compounds like it, or whoever puts it on an outsider, shall be cut off from his people. And Yehovah said to Moshe, Take to you sweet spices, stacte, and onycha, and galbanum, sweet spices, and pure frankincense. There shall be equal amounts of each. And you shall make an incense of these, a compound according to the art of the perfumer, salted, pure, holy. And the incense which you shall make, you shall not make in the same proportions for yourselves. It shall be holy to you for Yehovah. Whoever makes like it, to use as a perfume, shall be cut off from his people. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, See, I have called by name Bezalel, son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Yehudah, and I have filled him with the spirit of Elohim in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship to design artistic works, to work in gold, and in silver, and in bronze, and in cutting jewels for setting, and in carving wood, to work in all manner of workmanship. And I, indeed I, have appointed with him Oholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded you, the tabernacle of meeting, and the ark of the testimony, and the mercy seat that is on it, and on all the furniture of the tabernacle, on the table and its utensils, and pure lampstand, and with all its utensils, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, and with all its utensils, and the laver, and its base, and garments of the ministry, and the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister as priests, and the anointing oil, and sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded you, they shall do. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, And you speak to the sons of Israel, saying, Truly, my Sabbaths you shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am Jehovah who sanctifies you. Therefore you shall keep the Sabbath, for it is holy to you. Everyone who profanes it shall surely be put to death, for whoever does work on it, and that person shall be cut off from his people. For 6 days work shall be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest, holy to Jehovah. Whoever does work on the Sabbath day, surely he shall be put to death. Therefore the sons of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the sons of Israel forever. For in 6 days Jehovah made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of speaking with him on Mount Sinai, 2 tablets of the testimony written on stone tablets with the finger of Elohim. And when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron and said to him, Come, make us gods that shall go before us. For this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. And Aaron said to them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, to bring them to me. So all the people broke off the golden earrings that were in their ears, and brought them to Aaron. And he received the gold from their hand, and he fashioned it with an engraving tool, and made a molded calf. And they said, These are your gods, Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw, he built an altar for it. And Aaron made a proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast to Yehovah. And they rose early on the next day and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. And Yehovah said to Moshe, Go, get down, for your people whom you brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them. They have made themselves a molded calf, and worshipped it, and sacrificed to it, and said, These are your gods, Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt. And Jehovah said to Moshe, I have seen this people, and indeed it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may burn hot against them, and I may consume them, and I will make a great nation of you. And Moses pleaded with Jehovah, his Elohim, and said, Why, Jehovah, does your wrath burn hot against your people, whom you have brought out of the land of Egypt, with great power and with a mighty hand? Why should Egypt speak and say, He brought them out to harm them, and to kill them in the mountains, and to consume them from the face of the ground? Turn from your wrath, and relent from this harm to your people. Remember Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yisrael, your servants, whom you swore by your own self, and said to them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of the heavens, and all this earth that I have spoken of I give to your descendants, and they shall inherit it forever. And Jehovah relented from the harm which he said he would do to his people. And Moses turned and went down from the mountain, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in his hand. The tablets were written on 2 sides of their sides, on this side and on this side. They were written, and the tablets were the work of Elohim, and the writing engraved on the tablets was the writing of Elohim. And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said to Moses, There is a noise of war in the camp. But he said, Not the noise of the shout of victory, and not the noise of the cry of defeat, but the sound of singing I hear. And it was, as soon as he came near unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger became hot. And he cast out of his hands the tablets and broke them at the foot of the mountain. And he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it to a powder. And he scattered it over the face of the water and made the sons of Israel drink. And Moses said to Aaron, "What did this people do to you, that you have brought upon them so great a sin?" And Aaron said, "Do not let the anger of my master become hot. You know the people that it is set on evil. For they said to me, 'Make us gods that shall go before us.' As for this Moses, the man who brought us out from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him." And I said to them, "Who has gold, let them break it off." And they gave it to me, and I cast it in the fire, and this calf came out. And when Moses saw that the people were unrestrained, for Aaron had not restrained them, to their shame, among their enemies, then Moses stood in the entrance of the camp and said, "Who is for YHWH? Come to me." And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together to him. And he said to them, "Thus says YHWH Elohei of Israel, let every man put his sword on his side, go in and out from entrance to entrance throughout the camp, and let every man kill his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor." And the sons of Levi did according to the word of Moshe, and about 3,000 men of the people fell that day. And Moses said, "Consecrate yourselves today to YHWH, for every man has opposed his son and his brother, that he may bestow on you a blessing this day." And it came to pass on the next day that Moses said to the people, "You have committed a great sin. And now I will go up to YHWH. Perhaps I can make atonement for your sin." And Moses returned to YHWH and said, "Oh, this people have committed a great sin, and have made for themselves a god of gold. And yet now, if you will forgive their sin, but if not, blot me out of your book which you have written, I pray." And Jehovah said to Moshe, "He who is that has sinned against me, I will blot him out of my book. Therefore now go, lead the people to the place of which I have spoken to you. Behold, my angel shall go before you, and nevertheless in this day I visit for punishment. I will visit punishment upon them for their sin." And Jehovah plagued the people upon which that they did with the calf which Aaron made. And Jehovah said to Moshe, "Depart and go up from this place, you and the people whom you have brought out of the land of Egypt, to the land of which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. And I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanite, Amorite, the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Go up to a land flowing with milk and honey, for I will not go up in your midst, for you are a stiff-necked people, lest I consume you on the way." And when the people heard the bad news, they mourned, and no one put on his ornaments. For Jehovah had said to Moshe, "Say to the sons of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. In one moment I could come up into your midst and consume you. Now therefore take off your ornaments, that I may know what to do to you." And the sons of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Horeb. And Moses took his tent and pitched it outside the camp, far outside from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of meeting. And it came to pass that everyone who sought Yehovah went out to the tabernacle of meeting that was outside the camp. And it was that whenever Moses went out to the tabernacle, all the people rose and stood, each man at his tent door, and watched the back of Moses until he had gone to the tabernacle. And it came to pass that when Moses entered the tabernacle, the pillar of cloud descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle and talked with Moses. And all the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the door of the tabernacle, and all the people rose and worshipped, each man at his tent door. And Jehovah spoke to Moses face to face, as a man speaks to his neighbor, and he would return to the camp. But his servant Joshua, son of Nun, a young man, did not depart from the tabernacle. And Moses said to Jehovah, See, you say to me, Bring up this people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. And yet you have said, I know you by name. And also you have found grace in my sight. Now therefore, if, I pray, I have found favor in your sight, show me your way, that I may know you, and that I may find grace in your sight, and consider this nation your people. And he said, My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. And he said to him, If your presence does not go with us, do not bring us up from this place. For by what then will it be known here that I and your people have found grace in your sight? Except you go with us. And I and your people shall be separate from all the people who are upon the face of the earth. And Jehovah said to Moshe, Also this thing that you have spoken I will do, for you have found grace in my sight, and I do know you by name. And he said, Show me, please, your glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of Jehovah before you. And I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. But he said, You cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live. Here is a place by me, and you shall stand on the rock. So it shall be while my glory passes by that I will put you in the cleft of the rock, and with my hand will cover you while I pass by. And I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen. And Jehovah said to Moshe, Cut for you 2 tablets of stone like the first, and I will write on these tablets the words that were on the first tablets which you broke. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the mountain to Mount Sinai, and present yourself to me there on the top of the mountain. And no man shall come up with you, and let no man be seen throughout the mountain, neither flocks nor herds, neither let them feed before the front of that mountain. And he cut 2 tablets of stones like the first. And Moses rose early in the morning, and went up into Mount Sinai, as Jehovah had commanded him. And he took in his hand the 2 tablets of stone. And Jehovah descended in the cloud, and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of Jehovah. And Jehovah passed before him, and proclaimed, Jehovah, Jehovah El, merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the sons and the children of the sons, to the 3rd and 4th generation. And Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshipped. And he said, Now, if I have found grace in your sight, Master, I pray, let my master go among us, even though we are a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us as your inheritance. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant. Before all your people I will do marvels, such as not have been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among whom you live will see the working of YHWH, for it is an awesome thing that I am going to perform with you. You observe what I command you this day. Behold, I am driving out from before you the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Take heed to yourself, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land where you are going, lest it be a snare in your midst. But their altars you shall destroy, and break their pillars, and their images cut down. For you shall not worship another God. For YHWH, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they play the harlot with their gods, and make sacrifices to their gods. You shall not make molded gods for yourself. 7 days you shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. You shall eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the appointed time of the month of Abib, for in the month of Abib you came out from Egypt. All that open the womb are mine, and every male firstborn among your livestock, ox or sheep. But the firstborn of the donkey you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you will not redeem him, then you shall break his neck. All the firstborn of your sons you shall redeem, and none shall appear before me empty-handed. 6 days you shall work, but on the 7th day you shall rest. In plowing time and in harvest you shall rest. And you shall observe the Feast of Weeks of the first fruits of the wheat harvest, and the Feast of Ingathering at the end of the year. 3 times in the year all your men shall appear before the Master YHWH Eloheh of Israel. For I will cast out the nations before you, and enlarge your borders, and neither will any man covet your land when you go up to appear before YHWH your El 3 times in the year. You shall not offer leaven with the blood of my sacrifice, nor shall your sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left until morning. The first of the first fruits of your land you shall bring to the house of YHWH, your Elohim. You shall not boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. And YHWH said to Moshe, You write these words, for upon the mouth of these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. And he was there with YHWH 40 days and 40 nights. He ate neither bread nor drank water, and he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, 10 commandments. And it was so, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, the 2 tablets of the testimony were in Moses' hand. When he came down from the mountain, Moses did not know that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him. And when Aaron and all the sons of Israel saw Moses, and behold, the skin of his face shone, they were afraid to come near to him. And Moses called to them, and Aaron, and all the rulers of the congregation returned, and Moses talked with them. And afterward all the sons of Israel came near, and he gave them as commandments all that YHWH had spoken with him on Mount Sinai. And when Moses had finished speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. And whenever Moses went in before YHWH to speak with him, he would take off the veil until he came out. And he would come out and speak to the sons of Israel whatever he had been commanded. And whenever the sons of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone, then Moses would put the veil on his face again until he went in to speak with him. May Jehovah bless you and keep you. May Jehovah cause his face to shine on you and be gracious to you. May Jehovah bless you and keep you. May Jehovah lift up his countenance on you and give you peace. Yivrechecha Yehovah v'yishmerecha. Yair Yehovah panav elecha v'yonecha. Yisa Yehovah panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom.